What's up, friends? Today I want to talk about the importance of a never ending chase. So, this kind of stems off the last video I made with missions versus goals and how going for goals can kind of lead you to unhappiness because once you achieve those goals, you don't really feel any better. You don't really feel different for that long. Whereas missions, it's something that never ends. And that's kind of what I want to focus on today because this revolves around the idea of chasing. And the two areas I think that get emphasized with chasing are money and people. So there's a lot of people that spend their whole lives chasing one of those two things or perhaps both. They chase money and they chase people. And those are just two things that you're never going to be completely satisfied by. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you don't completely control that. So you can somewhat, to some degree, control money. I mean, if you figure out how to make money, you can do that. But the again, this goes back to something I talk about a lot with process over the results. And money is a result of something. So you have to enjoy the process to get there. Otherwise, you're just going to get to a point where it's like, what's the point? I don't feel fulfilled. There's no point in continuing this pursuit because all I'm doing is trying to make more money. And I mean, there's some people that seem to be okay with that, at least on a public surface. I mean, look at billionaires. It's it seems like a lot of them just continue to chase money. And I don't want to, I mean, I don't know billionaires, so I don't know why they do it. But, I mean, I look at someone like Gary Vaynerchuk, who I like Gary Vaynerchuk. He's just very hustle culture, like pushes that on people. Not pushes it on people like they tell them they should do it, but says, like, you got to work so hard to do this and that. And he talks about his end goal, he wants to own the New York Jets. So, and again, that's a goal thing. And to get that goal, he has to make a bunch of money. Like, he has to be worth billions of dollars. And once he gets to that goal and owns the Jets, is he happy? I don't know. And I think this is something he's actually talked about where he does have that goal, but he's still like, it's like he almost wants to always be chasing that just so he has something to chase. And that's what I want you guys to do, except in a different way. I don't really think I want a goal at the end of that, like Gary Vee has, but make it like have a mission. And this goes to people too. I mean, I think guys do with girls more than girls do with guys, where girls or guys will chase girls for their whole life and try to rack up bodies and all that stuff. And it's like, when does it really end? What exactly are you getting out of that long term if you're just continually recycling through people? So I just don't think it's something that's ever gonna last. I think there's maybe some people that continue the chase, but I think the people that are chasing are the ones that haven't actually succeeded. I think the people that end up having success give up on it because they realize it's not fulfilling. So they'll chase money and they will realize, and they'll have success with that, and they realize, yeah, this isn't that great. Like, I'm happy to make money still, but I'm gonna have to kind of roll it back here and figure something else out that's gonna fulfill me in here, which is what really keeps you going. And it's the same thing with women or just people in general. It's like, if you just don't have, sorry, I saw a text and it distracted me. If you don't if you don't get the women you want, like, you're going to continually want that because you think that's what you want, and I think you think that's what's going to make you happy. But once you actually start getting that stuff, I think it's the same thing with money. You realize it just doesn't do it for you anymore. So, and that's why and I am not someone that's chased money or women, so I'm not speaking from experience, and this is why I believe it's so important to read and to listen to other people's testimonials on anything in life, because why go through the pain and suffering of learning lessons on your own when you can learn from other people that have already gone through it? And especially when you start to see a theme with like famous people, especially I love listening to famous people talk about this stuff because they've experienced all the ups and downs of life. I mean, they've seen, they've come from the bottom all the way to the top, what we think is the top, fame and fortune. But a lot of them get there and they're like, yeah, like it's not that great. And whether they're transparent or not, I think all celebrities probably feel that way, again, whether they talk about it or not. But a lot of them do talk about it and like listen to those people because they know. You don't have to spend years of your life wasting time chasing things when someone already told you that's not what you should do. So if you don't want to take it from me, take it from Jim Carrey or Big Sean or Mike Posner, like anyone that talks about this stuff, J. Cole. Like there's so many famous people that talk about this stuff all the time. Listen to them because they know. So that's basically it. And as far as like the mission, it's like it goes back to the last video. Like find something inside of you that you really love, that you really feel like is going to fulfill you, or it fulfills you, and go after that. And the way I look at things is if you chase that stuff, if you chase those passions, those things that are never going to stop, where you don't have a book, you don't have a I want to write 10 books in my life goal. You just have a goal or a mission that you want to write for your life. That's what you want to do. So there's never going to be a timeline of anything. And I believe when you follow that path, the money and the women and whatever you want is going to naturally flow to you because you're chasing what is really true to yourself, and you're being true to yourself and the universe, and the universe is going to reward you. So I think that's basically the message. So again, it kind of builds off that last video. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch that as well. And I go into that a little bit more. So thank you for listening. See you later.